Good evening. Tonight is Monday, March 6, 2023, and this is the regular meeting of the Frankfort Village Board. We'll call this meeting to order and ask our clerk, Katie Schubert, to take the roll, please.
Thank you. Mayor Ogle?
Here.
Trustee Ledden?
Here.
Trustee Severia?
Here.
Trustee Farina?
Here.
Trustee Petro?
Here.
Trustee Borelli?
Here.
Trustee Rossi?
Here.
Attorney Lamore?
Present.
Chief Chalepis?
Here.
Assistant Administrator Barica?
Present.
And Clerk Schubert is here.
Thank you, clerk. If everyone would stand with me, we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. We have a fairly short agenda for tonight, and there's only items on the unanimous consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted in one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a board member so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. At this time, I ask if anyone wants to remove any of the items from the consent agenda. Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Farina, second by trustee Petro. We're going to go over these items. They're very brief here. The first is the approval of the minutes from the regular meeting on February 21st of 2023. Since there are no corrections to that, we'll move on to the approval of the bills, and we'll go to trustee Savaria.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Bills this month were fairly light at $1,318,251. The general corporate fund was at $239,909. Capital Development Fund was $31,306. Sewer and Water Operations and Maintenance, $98,875. And then the bulk of it was at the Sewer and Water Extension Fund at $948,159, with $833,000 of that going towards a water main replacement. And that's the bills tonight.
Thank you, trustee Savaria. This also, just if you look online, which we do have our packets there, we're starting to get some new formatting with the new integrated financial systems and everything else that's here. So it's interesting to see. We have a motion and a second. That was all for the consent agenda. So at this point, we'll go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for the vote.
Trustee Ledden?
Yes.
Trustee Severia?
Yes.
Trustee Farina?
Yes.
Trustee Petro?
Yes.
Trustee Borelli?
Yes.
Trustee Rossi?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, clerk. Now we go to what's called the mayor's report. Our second annual Spring on the Green event is scheduled for Sunday, March 19th, from noon to 2 on Brighter Green. The event is co-sponsored with the Frankfort Park District, the Frankfort Lions Club, the Frankfort Boy Scout Troop 230, and the Village of Frankfort, of course. The event will feature DJ music, kid-friendly games, a balloon artist, crafts, and much more. So come out and enjoy an afternoon with your family and friends. I want you to save the date also. We are going to have our inaugural State of the Address, and that's on April 27th. So the Frankfort Chamber of Commerce is going to host the inaugural State of the Address on the 27th of April. The luncheon will begin at 11:30. It'll be at Prestwick Country Club, which is at 601 Prestwick Drive. The event is open to the public. Tickets are available at frankfortchamber.com. This is a chamber event, but this will be a State of the Village. A portion of the proceeds, there is a wonderful lunch will be part of this too, but the portion of the proceeds will be donated by the chamber to charity. Daylight savings time will begin on Sunday, March 12th at 2 a.m. Set your clocks ahead 1 hour. And this, over the next couple days, we'll be meeting with the trustees to go over our budget initiatives for the upcoming year and also discuss some of our priorities and some other ideas that we want to make sure get included in the budget. That is all for the mayor's report tonight, and we'll go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for board comments.
Thank you, Mayor Ogle. Early voting for the April 4th consolidated election will begin here March 20th. So here at Village Hall, it's March 20th through 24th and 27th through 31st from 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Other early voting locations and your sample ballots can be found online at willcountyclerk.gov. Thank you. That's all I have today.
Now we go to trustee Ledden.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Since we have a short agenda, I'm going to be a little wordier than normal tonight. Thank you, Katie, for all the information with regard to voting. It's an exciting time. We have three trustee positions that are up on the board, all 4-year terms. 2 of our incumbent trustees are running. And we also have 3 people from our residents that are running. They all happen to be here tonight, so welcome. And I wanted to take this opportunity to thank Margaret for her service. She's been on the board for it'll be 4 years. She decided to sit this election out and focus on her family, and she brings a different voice to the board. Her background in government and policy, servicing 2 large national corporations, is a void that we're going to have. And I just want to say thank you to you for your service. And I also thought I would share with the 3 people that are running. When I ran, I was a bit naive, to be honest with you. Dick Trevarthen, who had been a trustee for a number of years, had to resign due to health reasons. So there was an opening on the board, and I applied for that, and I interviewed with the current board. Mayor Holland was mayor then, and there were 17 people who interviewed, I believe the number was. And in preparing for that, I tried to learn as much as I could about the board members and answer their questions as completely as I could. I also spent time trying to learn about the village, the finances, the comprehensive plan that was recently released, and just what was important to our residents. Honestly, I thought I, slammed that interview, but for some inexplicable reason, they chose Trustee Savaria. So then, when the next election cycle came up, I decided to throw my hat in the ring like you guys did and go through that process. And that's where my naivete came into play, because I didn't really appreciate that it is a political process and all the things that go along with that. So all of you have Facebook pages and websites, and I encourage everybody to go visit those, learn about the candidates. I'm sure you would all welcome somebody reaching out and asking you some questions. For the candidates, this is a great opportunity to let everybody know about your background, your education, your experience, why you want to serve. Tell them about your families, tell them about your civic involvement, and then also go door to door and meet the residents and find out what's important to them, because that'll inform you as a board member if you get the chance. And going through the challenges that I did, it really made me appreciate how much I wanted to be here, how much I wanted to serve. And it really made me take a look at myself and see if I could add something of value here. Hopefully I have, and hopefully I will over time. But this also is a time for the rest of us to respect what you're doing, not to unfairly criticize anybody, not to attack anybody without reason, not to put out any innuendo or misleading information. We don't need to tear each other down to build ourselves up. This is an exciting time for all of you, and I hope that we can all be respectful through that process. I promise you that I will be, and I think you guys deserve it because this is taking a chance. I think our village deserves it. I think they expect it of all of us. And one last thing I would share with you when I was able to get here and sit at this board is how impressed I am with everybody who sits up here with me. Obviously they're members of the village board, but before that they were on the plan commission or they were on other committees within the village. They serve other things throughout the village, like the park district or the library or the fire protection district. They are involved in civic organizations like Lions Club and Kiwanis. They participate in all the youth sports, baseball, softball, football. And somehow they also find time to really make a meaningful impact on Fall Fest, which I think is the premier event here in Frankfort. So I would like to thank them and tell them how proud I am to be up here with them. Those are my comments for this evening.
Thank you, Trustee Ledden. Trustee Savaria.
Thank you, Mike. That was well said. Sorry about beating you out there. I echo what Trustee Ledden says. Hopefully we can keep it above board. We've got 5 talented candidates. The current board, I respect you all. Margaret, you'll be missed. So that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Trustee Farina.
Thank you, Mayor Ogle. Thank you, Jean and Mike. I appreciate the words. Speaking of those who serve, I wanted to share congratulations to past Frankfort Mayor Ray Rossi, who is going to achieve or receive a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Italian American Political Action Committee. Past Mayor Ray Rossi currently serves as a judge here in Will County, and he served here in Frankfort as mayor from 1993 to 2005. So I think that's really great for Ray and for the Rossis, but also for Frankfort, and a nice honor for our village to be acknowledged through that opportunity. Thank you, Mayor, that's all.
Thank you. Trustee Petro.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to recognize, as Mayor commented on the new format of the bills, just all the work that has gone into selecting this new technology platform. I think the conversation started about a year ago, where we were visiting different municipalities and they were asking all the right questions about how they use it, what they like, what they don't like before choosing this new technology system. And then I just wanted to thank the staff. I mean, I know change is always a little bit different at first, so all the hours of training and internal processes that are going on, and our citizens, our residents, getting familiar with the new processes. So I think everybody has been able to kind of log on and talk about the new billing system, and I look forward to some of the other phased enhancements with our automation and updated technology. That's all. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Trustee Petro. Trustee Burley.
Thank you, Mayor Ogle. Yeah, I'd just like to say, it's an honor to serve up here. I really is. I've been involved with the village for over a decade now. I originally joined with the Departmental Operations Committee alongside Mayor Ogle. At the time, I was a committee member, and then became clerk, and then I'm finishing my first term as trustee. And not a minute of it I take for granted. I've attended so many meetings over that decade, and even as clerk and a committee member, I never missed a meeting. I looked forward to it. I enjoyed it. There's something about village government that I just love, and it might be boring to some, but I truly love it, and I love this town. I always have, I always will, and no matter what happens, I will fight for it, and I will do things out of that love for the town, and that's it. That is it. I have another question regarding our state champions. We have a tradition of honoring them here before the board, so I wanted to see, Mayor, if we're planning on bringing the cheer team in to honor them.
I don't believe that the school has reached out to us yet, Trustee Burley, but certainly.
Is that typically the school reaches out to us instead of the village?
Typically, yes. The school will reach out to us or any of these organizations to recognize. Yes.
It'd be great to recognize them. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you. Trustee Rossi.
First thing is, to all the candidates, good luck. You've already cleared a hurdle that Trustee Savaria and Ledden and I did not clear initially when we had the challenge to our thing, so it'll be easier from here. Good luck to all of you. Second thing is, I want to do a shout out to Assistant Village Administrator Barika. When they were trying to go live and get the whole new computer program, I happened to be in here and watched the line of people down the hall waiting for him with questions, trying to get him his help because he was spearheading it, and he did a great job getting through. Good job, John.
Thank you, Trustee Rossi. Now we'll go to John Barica for the Assistant Village Administrator's report.
Thanks for the nice words. It has been a team effort from the beginning. There's a lot of people that are playing roles. We've had a lot of leaders jump up unexpectedly to take on a lot of that too. So it is not just me by any means, but I appreciate the shout out. The whole system has been great. For residents who should have received, by now should receive bills, again, we have everything on the website. Invoice Cloud is a new payment center that you'll have to go through if you're using the online portion. The nice thing about that is it has expanded our pay options to pay by text. You can use Google Pay, Apple Pay, Venmo, your regular credit cards, and obviously checks. If there's any issues, I was up in front today, again with the girls with some things going on at the front counter, and they were doing an awesome job walking people through it. They have it down to a pat. They can tell exactly what's going on without even looking at a computer screen. So they are doing an awesome job. And again, e-bills just went out. We sent something out on Facebook with that. So if you did not get an e-bill, and you usually do, make sure you re-sign up. It's all on there on how to do it. And as Trustee Petro said, this is the beginning of where we're going with this. There is a backside of besides Invoice Cloud, BSNA, which has a lot of information on it, but we didn't want to dump too much out there at once, and we have some more things after that. But this is the beginning of it all, and again, if you have any questions, call in, but we have everything on the website. Should be easy enough to follow, but we're happy to help out in any way, and we really do appreciate the residents' patience in changing over. It took a lot from them, too, to change something new, but ultimately I think it would be more beneficial to everybody. That's all I have tonight.
Thank you, John. Now we go to Chief Chalepis for the Police Department report.
Thank you, Mayor. The Frankfort Police Department is hosting a Coffee with a Cop. It's this Friday, March 10th. We will be at Cultivate from 9:30 to 11, so we invite everyone to come on over, join us for a cup of coffee and conversation. Also, we brought back the Lincoln Way Area Citizens Police Academy. This is a joint effort between the Frankfort Police Department, Will County Sheriff's Police, New Lenox Police Department, Mokina, and Manhattan. It's a really great program, just an opportunity to see how the police department functions, different aspects of policing. Some of the interesting nights include Will County Jail Tour, traffic stops, crime scene, tech night. It's really a neat opportunity. So if anyone's interested, we are still accepting some applications. It begins March 30th. It's a 9-session. It is a little condensed this time, but if you're interested, there's applications available through our Facebook page or on the village website. And that's all I have tonight, Mayor.
Thank you, Chief. Now we'll go to our attorney for the attorney's report.
No report tonight. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. Was there other business to come before the board tonight? All right, hearing none. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to make a public comment before the board tonight? There's no public comment, so can I get a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Farina, second by trustee Savaria. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.